Hey there everybody, Tender Toe here. I wanted to make a quick video describing a couple of workarounds for sort of a less than desirable hanging situation with whoopie slings. Now this is obviously just for demonstration purposes. We've got an entire forest here full of hundreds and hundreds of different options. However, just imagine that for the sake of this discussion, these two trees are smaller, shorter, the distance between them than what is able to be done with the stock suspension. These are whoopie slings on this hammock. So this is a DIY hammock. This could just as easily be any of the manufacturer hammocks. The key here is that the suspension does not accommodate sort of this hang distance. So there's two different major ways that I've found to work around this method or this sort of situation, and I've got one of them demonstrated sort of slightly different on both sides. So this is sort of one way, and it really revolves around having a continuous loop on the end of your hammock. So this is, in this case, just run through a channel on the end of the hammock. It could just as easily be run around whipping and what have you. The key here, though, is that we have a continuous loop on the end of the hammock in addition to the whoopie slings. So if we take a look here at the whoopie sling, the minimum distance, now if I were to tighten this up just a bit, we now have this at the shortest possible length. We've got this is the adjustable eye up here behind the marlin spike hitch. Then we've got the berry, which is I follow the manufacturer's recommendations for 7/64 SAM steel. Then we've got a small bit of length here, and then we've got the berry starting for the fixed eye here. So really, if you take a look at that distance, that's really the shortest possible distance from hammock to your tree that you have to have for a whoopie sling. Once again, using the manufacturer's recommended lengths for all these berries and so forth. So the way that we can get around this is we can actually take this. One of the ways is to girth hitch your fixed eye. So this is the fixed eye of the whoopie sling. We've just girth hitched it onto a continuous loop. And what this is going to allow us to do is we can actually now, once again using the marlin spike hitch here, we can actually bypass entirely the whoopie sling, and we can take this continuous loop and go right over the marlin spike hitch there. So let's take a look at how that would look. So here we are. We just took the continuous loop and we put it right over the back of the marlin spike hitch here behind the toggle, and now the rest of the whoopie sling is hanging here unused. And what we've now in essence done is shorten the minimum hang distance to just a few inches from the distance from the end of the hammock here to the marlin spike hitch. So that's one of the ways to do it, is to totally bypass the whoopie sling and use the use the continuous loop right on your marlin spike hitch. Let's take a look at another example down on the other side. Now on this side we have the very similar setup, but we have the continuous loop here, and we have a Dutch whoopie hook, and this is actually inverted. This is actually the adjustable eye of the whoopie sling. We would run into the same problem, though, if we were to adjust this all the way, and our hang distance would still be too short. So what we can do with this is we can totally remove this whoopie sling from the continuous loop here, and now we can do the exact same thing on this side if need be, using the continuous loop right over the marlin spike hitch. So those are two ways using a continuous loop, and there's an additional way that I'm going to take a look at right now. Alright, so here we are with what I would consider sort of a traditional whoopie sling. We have it girth hitched right onto the whipping of the hammock. If we need to shorten this distance, we're going to remove this off the hammock itself. We're going to remove the whoopie sling off from behind the marlin spike hitch. Now we have our adjustable eye here. We have our fixed eye here. We're going to take those and we're going to fold them back on each other. What we've now done is cut the distance in half that this whoopie sling needs. So we're going to take our two eyes here, the adjustable and the fixed. We're going to fold them back upon themselves. And what we've now done is created a girth hitch with both of those lines. We're going to now put that girth hitch on the whipping of our hammock here. We're going to cinch that down. And now we are going to put this on from behind the toggle here. And now we're set. We've shorten the distance here by half. We can do that again if need be to remove any additional slack. There you go, two additional ways to remove to shorten your distance using whoopie slings.